My last video was a complete step-by-step tutorial on how to bring an Unreal Engine MetaHuman into Blender. But let's be honest, doing that complete step-by-step tedious cleanup process for every character completely drains your motivation to actually create anything. So I did what any sane developer would do. I spent days building a custom Blender importer add-on that compresses hours of manual importing, material rebuilding, and bone conforming down to a single click. So to anyone who spent last weekend watching my video and copying all my node setups and everything like a week too early, my bad. Let me show you how this thing works and then we'll look at how to set it up. Alright, so let me show you what this add-on does. Basically all you need to do, open your end panel, go down to this tab called, and the controls are pretty self-explanatory. Root folder, just go find your MetaHuman thing. Let's go ahead and import Jake. All the models are here, textures are in here, everything. And the scene target name could be whatever. Let's call him Jake for now, since that's their name. Next, all you gotta do, import and set up MetaHuman. And this is so much quicker than doing it by yourself. This takes about 2 seconds. Look at that, everything is already here. Oh, and one more thing. It doesn't break if you add another MetaHuman to the scene. For example, if we go ahead, instead of importing Jake, we import Emily over here. Except that, change the name, because if you import it without that, it'll tell you Jake is already in the scene. Once that's done, you'll see that they're imported perfectly into the scene. And there's no conflict because each of them are named and identified by their name. We can also go ahead into this cycles render. And let's also go ahead and turn on the hairs as well. And it's perfect. The materials, everything is there. Alright, to actually use this, the setup on Unreal Engine side is basically exactly the same as we did before. You make a character, target the animation, and bake out the sequence. Let's go over it again here quickly. Open your Unreal Engine project and install the Hair Groom Exporter add-on. This allows us to export the hair curves as Alembic files. To install custom add-ons, open your project's root folder and create a new folder called plugins. Then drop your unzipped file there. Once that's done, drop in the ls_blah blah uasset file from the add-on into your content folder of your project and then reload Unreal Engine. Next, bring your MetaHuman into the scene and open the level sequence. Drag your MetaHuman into the sequencer and delete both its layers. Then copy over the red face layer into your own MetaHuman, and you'll see your MetaHuman's face moving. Next, bake your face as an animation sequence and put it in your MetaHuman's face folder, making sure to name it something like this. To find all the assets, you can go to these paths shown on screen. To export an asset, right-click to open the menu, then go to Asset Actions, Export. But when you export, you have to follow a specific file structure so the add-on doesn't lose its mind. The folder hierarchy needs to look exactly like this layout on screen. You need a root folder with the dedicated subfolders for splitting up your textures and your meshes, further divided by the face and body parts. Leave the default names alone. The importer relies on those naming conventions to map everything automatically. Once your files are organized, jump into Blender, install the .zip file like any standard add-on, and tap the end panel to find the Digiform MetaHuman tab. Paste your root directory path, give your character a name, and hit import. The add-on essentially executes the entire manual pipeline from my last video back to back at lightning speed. It identifies the FBX files, links up the custom PBR material nodes, and handles importing and binding the hair grooms so you don't have to get your hands dirty. But this wouldn't be a Digiform update video if I didn't add at least a little thing extra. Check this out. Boom! A fully integrated custom rig and a face control panel. If you've ever tried sliding individual shape key values up and down in a massive messy list just to make your character smile, you know it's the fastest way to lose your mind. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. I want to make sure that the core experience of this was accessible, so the base version of the importer, which includes all the importing, asset building, and material generation, is completely free. However, setting up the custom rig logic and mapping out those facial driver panels took an immense amount of development time. If you want the premium animation workflow, the pro version is available for $8 at the link below. $8 is basically just a drive-through fast food meal, but it goes a long way towards keeping my channel running and funding my other dumb projects. If you don't need the rig and control panel, the free version still has your back for all the heavy lifting. I know this video is a bit shorter than my other deep dives, but I'm trying to work on getting a cleaner and more consistent upload schedule. I guess mixing in a few of these a little smaller videos will help keep my motivation up, and I'll also keep on working on the bigger projects in the background. If this tool saves you some time, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and grab the add-on using the the link in the description. I hope this workflow helps you guys make cool things, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.